Srijit just informed the others because I had actually sent it yesterday, the link, but it had not gone through. So today only it has gone through. Just tell others because I think they may have thought it's not there or something like that. So let others come. We will start. We'll just wait for a minute or so. Srijit, please inform the others that class is there. Okay, we'll start, then we will proceed. Okay, let them come. That time we'll see. So, this particular problem, this is the second section as far as GST is concerned. So, let us read the problem carefully. As it comes at that time, we'll see when they come in. Okay. So, in this problem, what are they saying is that X is an electronics manufacturer, registered manufacturer of electronic appliances. It made contracts with dealers that purchase air conditioners. So X is the manufacturer and he's selling to dealers, and he has got a contract with them that is for the month of October 1.5 tons AC when he supplies, and if they buy more than 50 units, they will be entitled to 10% discount. Why they are giving it? Because there is a contract between the two people. That means this is why this is given is for value of supply. When there is a contract, you can reduce it from the sale value so that you don't have to pay GST on this discount. Otherwise, discount will not be considered. That is the basic idea for the statement. That is an agreement between the parties that if they have more than 50 units, they will be entitled to discount. As a result, when X sells these goods and somebody buys more than 50 units, they are entitled to a discount. In that case, you can reduce this 10% from the price. That is a basic idea. Interstate supply made during the year for October is 50 lakhs he has made. Now, what are the things? Details of intrastate. So here they are not talking about anything. This is intrastate microwave oven 15,000. There is no discount there. Supply of refrigerator with stabilizer. Mixed supply, they've already told. Rate of supply is 28% for this. And rate of stabilizer is 18%. So when it is a mixed supply, the higher one will be considered. 40 lakhs is put together, both put together. But refrigerator is 28%, stabilizer is 18%. Because it's a mixed supply, the higher rate will be considered. Next, what are they saying? What do they sell? Supply of air conditioners. Supply of air conditioners. This is what that discount thing was said. 1 per ton, 1.5 per ton per this thing is 50. So like that, they have sold 50,000. Well, 50 lakhs, sorry. It's 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs. Apart from that, this is as far as sale is information is over. This is sale. Like if you remember in the last class, I told you have to think like this. This is the balance sheet. You just think this is liability. So from the sale, output liability will be determined. And from input, this is what is the input, inward supplies. So that will give you the input credit. Then the last part is the set off. So these are the bifurcations of all this. Now we have looked at this. We have not calculated, but we have just seen what it is. We have to calculate it. We have to calculate it. Okay. We are in the situation of where we are going to calculate the amounts. Before that, what is the inward supply? We will just check. Now, again, their entitlement is what is important, whether they are entitled for all this. Now, see, if there is any more information. Raw material for purchase of manufacturing, yes, it is eligible. Payment of gym for employees, it will be eligible provided there is some statutory requirement. If it is there, then only it will be eligible. Truck purchased for transportation of goods, 30 lakhs is eligible. Again, this is all 17.5 section is very important here. X supply electronics made a supply of air conditioner 1.2 only one dealer L, and gym membership for employees not obligatory, therefore it is not statutory, therefore this will not be eligible input tax credit. Now this is only supplied to this fellow. So how many items he has supplied? So you can look at it, 50 lakhs he has supplied at the rate of 50,000. So if you remove this and this, he has supplied 500 items. So 500 is as per the agreement. If he supplies more than, what did we see here? If he supplies more than 50, I mean, the person purchases more than 50, then he is eligible for the discount. As a result, that will not be included in the, it will not be included in the value of the, for the purpose of calculation of output tax liability. This is what the whole problem, the whole issue is what we need to look at. Now let us look at how, now one more thing, also in the input, this is for the current period input. What is the opening input? Opening input is 58,000, 70,000, 10,000. This is the opening input. So when you read the problem, as I told you, these are the ways you need to look at it. Again, that balance sheet thing I'm just trying to draw. This is the output liability. So output tax, input tax, when you look at it, opening balance, add current period. That total is the eligible ITC. Now, when you take current period, you have to be careful what is available. Like this is not available, so you cannot take it. So this is what is the opening balance input is given. Now, after this, what they have given? Rate of SGST is 9%, 18% for both inward and this thing, where except where specifically provided, both inward and outward are exclusive of taxes. All conditions have been fulfilled. What is the net GST payable by X Electronics for October? Now, let us look at the solution. Now, if you look at first was the interstate supply. So interstate supply, there is nothing. That is 18% on 18%, that is giving calculate. That is separate. So if you want to just check that, we'll see the question if you look at it. here. Sorry. See, interstate supply. That there is nothing. It's only for an intrastate there are some complications. So for interstate, on the 50 lakhs, 18%. So whatever is the amount. So it is coming in. So on this 9 lakhs, then on intrastate a microwave, that is 9% only. See, 9% on 15 lakhs, 15 lakh, 1 lakh 35, 1 lakh 35. On interstate on refrigerators, 14% because 28% if you remember. 1 second, somebody is in. So on the refrigerator, if you look at it, on the refrigerator, you remember refrigerator with stabilizer. Now, because refrigerator is 28% and your stabilizer is only, I think 9% or something like that. But 9% will not be applicable because a higher rate, it is a mixed supply. Therefore, both will be taken as 14%, 14%. That is 28%. That's how this amount is being calculated. Supply of air conditioners. If you remember, he has supplied 500 units. Anything over 50 units, there is a discount is available because there is an agreement. In that case, therefore, 50,000 minus 10%, the discount is available, see. So only on the balance, 45 lakhs, 9% is coming to 4 lakh, 5,000, 4 lakh. Therefore, the total liability from interstate service, this thing is so much. From CGST is so much. SGST is so much. What is this? This is the output liability. Let me see how. Selected brackets. So now look at the input. How much is the input? Opening is given as so much. CGST so much. SGST is already given. Now we look at the 3 items that are given in during the year. During the month or period, what is the input that has been taken? Number 1 is relating to raw material. There is no problem. And it is intrastate purchase. It is intrastate purchase. Therefore, there is no problem. So that will be available. There is no problem. Sorry, this is opening. On the 20 lakhs, 9%, 9%. So total is 1 lakh 80. Gym will not be available. Why? Because there is no legal obligation. As I told you, there is no statutory requirement. Therefore, nothing will be available here. You cannot take input tax credit. As far as truck is concerned, even though it is capital purchase of truck, it is available. It is up to 2 lakh 70. 2 lakh 70 is available because on 30 lakhs, intrastate supply, 9%, 9%. So total input tax credit is so much. Now let us look at the set-off part, the third part of it, which I as I told you, third part. So 9 lakhs from here. From here, this is the output liability. Now, how do they adjust? You got 10 lakhs here. You are adjusting IGST. Still, you are left with 1 lakh. That is being adjusted. You can adjust it differently. I'm just trying to tell you that you can adjust this 50,000, 50,000. If you want, you can adjust between CGST and thing. Now, less, again, they have IGST credit. Now, how much is there IGST credit? 5 lakhs. So the 5 lakhs is getting adjusted below this in the next page. And this 5 lakh 20 will get adjusted for this. So what do you get then? See, CGST has, IGST is totally gone. It has become nil. This there was 10 lakhs. You have adjusted 5 lakh, whatever is there. Out of the 11 lakh, you have again adjusted. So this is the balance amount to be paid. That's it. So your, how many marks is this? Almost 8 marks. You can easily get. But you have to know those nuances like discount, when it is to be taken. You have to know input tax credit, rule 4017, and so on. Those things are important. Okay. Now let's go back to our question. Next question. This is as the first question is concerned. Next question is relating to what? ITC only for the month of this thing, whether it is eligible. Again, this was only 3 items in the previous problem. Here, whole lot of things they are saying. So what are the things? Let us read it. He procured this, all these things. It's only relating to ITC. Goods for construction of additional floor of office building. Now, again, this is all block credits, only 17.5. This is relating to that. Like, these are the sections under that which doesn't allow this. This is not allowed, not available, not available. Free samples not available. Transport truck use for transportation available. Input time available. Now, unless you know 17.5, you cannot do this. These are restrictions that are coming in 17.5. Similarly, because there is nothing else. If you know 17H, you can just write it and give a note. This is not available. Cement used for foundry for plant and machinery is available. This is available. That's it. If you know this, problem solved. So let us look at the solution. That is 17.5 block credits. If you know, you can just do the problem within 5 minutes. See? Additional floor, 17.5D, nil, not available. Free samples, 17.5H, not available. Trucks used for, it's eligible. No restriction. No input tax block, 11,000. Trial runs, eligible. No restriction, so much. Confectionery is item for consumption of this thing, not eligible, 17.5B. It is nil because under 17.5B, it is nil. Cement used for foundation of structure, etc., it is eligible, no problem, because it is for plant and machinery. For building, it will not be available, mind you. That is why you have to be careful with this. Just give me a minute for this particular one. Let us read the next question. Then I will. Again, next question is a very simple question, but you should know the distinction between. See the question, very interesting question. Explain composite supply and mixed supply. So you have to properly write what is, composite supply and mixed supply. If you know that properly, then it's very simple. If a trader launches package sales for marriage, double bed, refrigerator, washing machine, woods wardrobe at single rate, he is issuing an invoice showing each of the values separately, whether this is mixed supply or composite supply, explain. So if you define this properly, if you know this properly, you will know that this is what. So just give me a minute. I'll just pull up that particular answer. Just a minute. If I can get that answer, then I will show it to you. It's not in the Singhania's text. Can you see it now? That answer in the suggested answer. I'm just picking up from the suggested answer only. So it says that composite supply means, what is it? Mixed supply means. So you have to define it the way it is, where supply is not. Now, in this case, now they are discussing this question. It is all not naturally bundled. Composite supply means naturally bundled. Here it is not. Also, invoice shows separate values for each item. Package is not supplied at single price. Therefore, supply of such item package will neither constitute composite supply nor fixed supply. See, if it is, let us look at the question, what they're saying. At a single rate, if the trader launches single rate, is engineering showing, see, single rate, but see how carefully you have to read the question. It is single rate, but he's issuing invoice with showing values of each separately. Single rate mean only it will be mixed supply. So see how delicately you have to handle this, because how they are asking a tricky question there. So here, what they are trying to see is that you have it is not. Now, items such as this wardrobe are not naturally bundled, therefore it can be taken as mixed supply. But because there are separate values, it is neither a composite supply or a mixed supply. Thus, various items the package will be treated as being supplied individually. The question specifically is that the various items are supplied at single price. The single price expression constitutes a single price in the above answer. Further, single price may be considered a single price given in the then. If suppose it is that each and every one is not separately billed, then it can be taken as a mixed supply. But in this case, both answers you have to give like this. They are expecting you to write an answer like this. So along with the note also, if you write, suppose the separately it is not given, then in that case, it can be considered as a mixed supply. So be careful. Just read the answer carefully in your suggested answer, then you will get it clear. But be careful, because the way they are asking question is a little complicated. Now let's go to the next question. P is a registered this thing. Now what are they saying? What do they want? They want aggregate turnover. Now what all constitutes aggregate turnover? So if you know the definition of aggregate turnover properly, you can just do it within a minute. So what are the things that are coming under that? So let us look at the. See, this payment will not come. That is for sure. Be careful. This will not come. This will come. This will not come, because this is under reverse charge. It will not come. So this will come. This will come. This will be also considered, and this will be also considered. But please refer aggregate turnover clearly. Then you will be able to answer it very easily. So intrastate supply, full. Exempt supply you have to take for aggregate turnover. Now, why aggregate turnover is important? Because registration and all that thing is based on that. Payment will not be included. See, when you write don't just ignore this line. Either don't write anything here, or you write here and write note number 1 and write a note Y. That payment is not included, like that you write. Similarly, this is added, and here also add it and write the note below Y. That also you can write like that. So the 32 lakh 40 is the total amount. But I'm saying, just see that if you know the subject, you can easily write it very fast. So you may have to, if you know GST, you can save some time for income tax. Next, again, a good problem. Again, this is again exemptions. Exemption notification. If you have studied properly, this will be within a minute you can do. XYZ manufactures beauty soap with the brand name Forever Beauty. XYZ has organized a concert to promote its brand. Mahima, brand ambassador, who's leading film actress, has given classical dance performance in the said concert. Proceeds of 1,25,000. In fact, when I wrote my GST exam, this was one of the questions, similar question. So now, what is the problem here? Up to, because she's a brand ambassador, there is a problem, and the amount is more like 1 lakh. It is, because it's more than 1 lakh, I think. So let us look at the solution. Mrs. And they have asked, does it matter if next page I think is there? Explain the relevant provisions. This is a question. Relevant provisions of GST, whether Mahima is required to pay GST. Will the answer be different? The proceeds and the concert go to charitable organization. So both they are asking. Now, GST is payable, not payable, or not payable by GST is what they are the question. No, here, the answer to the question is. Z is a brand ambassador. Generally, services by an artist by way of dance performance exempt by virtue of notification number, entry number 75 in the exempt notification. If the consideration charged by the artist is not more than 1,50,000, see, up to 1,50,000, the exemption is there for somebody who's doing dance performance, artists and all. However, this exemption is not available if the services are provided by such artist as brand ambassador. Consequently, GST is payable by Mrs. That is a lady. GST is applicable even if professional fees are charged by and donated to charitable. So both the parts they have answered. Don't write like this, little bit spread out you write, because there's two, they without to avoid space, to reduce the space, they have written like this. Please write the way they have questioned. This is part A, this is part B. Like that you write. Don't write like this. Okay, spread it out and write. So what is this thing? Notification entry number 78. Don't have to write entry number and all. There's no need. There absolutely nowhere it is told that you have to write the entry number and all. Only thing required is you should write the correct this thing of 1,50,000 for an artist. It is exempt. However, because she is the brand ambassador, this exemption is not available. As a result, she has to charge GST or she has to pay GST. Whether she collects or not, that's a separate issue. But it is chargeable. That is, should be the answer. Now, explain who is required to furnish the final return. The time limit for who is required to furnish the final return, time limit for filing the final return. Who is required to furnish the final return, time limit for filing the final return, late fees for final return. So many things. Who is required to furnish file return? What is the time limit for furnishing the filing return? And the late fee delay. What is the late fee delay? 3 parts to the question. 10 minutes more, we should be able to complete it. And first is, who is supposed to file the final return? What is the time limit for filing it? And delay. If it is delay, what is the late fees? There are 3 parts to the question. And if you know, you can easily write. This is just, obviously, it needs a lot of remembrance, no doubt. Now see, final return under GST, every person who is registered and has cancelled shall furnish a final return within a period of 3 months. So this is first part of the question. From the date of what? Cancellation or date of order of cancellation, whichever is later. Because cancellation, you can put a date or they cancel on a particular date. This return shall be submitted electronically in GSTR 10. So who is supposed to do? This is first part of the question. This is second part of the question. Third part of the question is this. Again, write in separate paragraphs. Don't write together the way it is written here. It's very important that you don't write separately so that the examiner can see it fast. The return should be submitted under this thing. Quantum of fees is delay 200 per day. Imagine 200 per day. Mind you, this is only for CGST, during which such continuous thing, or 10,000, whichever is lower. Just check whether it is only CGST or SGST. I don't remember that, but maybe it is only for 200 per day, maybe together, because they are talking about GST together. Okay. Now the last part of the last question of this, let us look at the question. And it's also interesting. Examine the following cases whether he is liable to get registered. Now this is really confusing. You have to be careful. Krishna of Himachal Pradesh is exclusively engaged in intra-state supply for ready-made suits. His turnover from the current financial year from Himachal is 25 lakhs. He has 2 more showrooms in Manipur and Sikkim with a turnover of 15 lakhs and 18 lakhs respectively in the financial year. Now this Manipur, Sikkim and all that are certain states where the higher limit is not available. That means they are, if it is 20, it is 10. So like that, the restricted, this thing is there. So if you are supplying there, the lower limit will be applied. So you have to be very careful in this to understand that thing. Similarly, they are talking about another situation. We'll check the questions and then look at the answer. It's easy. Second part of the three parts are there. Ankit, and last is the practitioner that we will not cover, that you have to prepare the answer yourself. Ankit of Telangana is exclusively engaged in intrastate taxable supply of footwear. His aggregate turnover is 25 lakhs. So for Telangana, what is the limit? That you need to know. Or you can generally write Telangana, if Telangana is 20 lakhs, then it is required. If it is 40 lakhs, it is not required. Like that you can say, because you cannot remember this for Telangana, what is it? Like that generally you can write. Similarly, Akash of Uttar Pradesh is exclusively engaged in intrastate supply of pan masala. Its aggregate turnover is 20 lakhs. Now here also, because he is doing pan masala, the higher limit of 40 lakhs is not available. Therefore, 20 lakhs only will be available. So the 40 lakhs, in which case it is applicable, you please see in your material or scenario, wherever you are studying from, please ensure that you are clear about it. Apart from that, this Manipur thing is a little confusing. Manipur and this thing. Okay. So let us look at the answer. Now, what are they saying here? Aggregate turnover is 58, 28, 15, 18. So anyway, it is more than 40. Therefore, threshold limits of 20 is anyway X. Why 20? They are saying because of this other states. It is higher. 40 lakhs is not available. That's why. Why of Telangana? Let us look at Telangana. Threshold limit is 20 lakhs generally. Generally, the threshold limit is 20. However, as per notification 10/2019, registration is not required if a person is engaged exclusively in supply of goods. An aggregate turnover does not accrue 40 lakhs. So this notification is what you have to understand. But there are certain restrictions. But the benefit of this provision is not applicable. The person is engaged in intrastate supply in Telangana. Now that also you have to check in the notification. Consequently, because his turnover is more than 20 lakhs, this thing is required. Registration is required. So this, only the slabs you have to be very careful which state, what is applicable. Last one is YZ of Uttar Pradesh. Benefit is on the aforesaid is not available in the case of person who is engaged in supply of pan masala. So it is not available. That benefit, above benefit under the notification is not available. Therefore, he will have to take registration. And the last part of the question was GST practitioners who, as per section 48, read with rule 83, citizen of India who satisfies one of the following conditions can be enrolled as a practitioner: a retired officer of the commercial tax department or any state department, or the CBDT, who during the service has worked as a post of not lower than the rank of Group B gazetted officer, period not less than 2 years. Who else? He has another person. He has enrolled as sales practitioner or tax preparator and preparer under the existing law for the period of not less than 5 years. He has passed graduate or postgraduate degree or its equivalent examination of commerce, etc., or higher auditing. That means for chartered accounts and all, it is already there. You can practice as this thing. He has passed a degree examination of any foreign university recognized by an Indian university, he has passed any other exam by the government, and he has passed the final examination ICAI, his cost accountancy or company secretary. These are the things. So if then they can become a tax practitioner, GST tax practitioner, whatever. What is the name that is given there? As a chartered account, you are already that. You don't have to do anything. This is a GST tax practitioners. Okay, so that comes to an end. We just about a couple of minutes more. So we'll just come back and look at the next set of questions in the next suggested answer as far as income tax is concerned. But they are very interesting. Please don't go away, because at least you will get a revision of what we are doing. You listen to certain things, at least something comes, you'll be better off. But be careful. Questions are sometimes complicated, but don't leave anything. Fight till the end. That is my motto. As far as I am concerned, you should make sure that till the last hour you should fight. Even before going to the exam hall, you should be fighting for every bit of it. Because even something that you're seeing before the exam, you please make sure that sometimes it can come. And make in the exam before going to the hall, don't sit somewhere and talk to somebody. Go early and sit at a place where nobody is disturbing, under a shade of tree or something like that. There are a lot of places there. So you can go and sit. If you're going by vehicle, sit in the car and go through it till the last moment as much as possible. Don't go rush and go into the hall. Maybe first day a little bit advance you can go, but other days you can take your little bit of time and reach there just before you get the paper, so that unnecessary distractions doesn't happen and you get tensed and all that. Now again, be careful, don't be late. And the reading time, you have to be careful. As I told you, reading time should be used only for making the choices. Don't sit and do everything in the reading time trying to understand the question and all. There's hardly any time. Question number 1, which is the compulsory question, you can just ignore it, because anyway you have to do. Question number 5 and under that is the GST mandatory question. This you don't bother about it. Anyway you have to do. The other choices you have to select, that you need to decide. Okay, so this is what I just want to tell. Just come back after a few minutes and I'll start the next income tax part of it for the next paper. Okay, you'll get disconnected in a minute or so. If somebody is not joined in the new group, because I sent them a message, but somehow it didn't get posted. So if somebody has missed out, you can just inform them if they are not seen it. Okay, we know them.